Once again, what's the common denominator? 8 points through the game, 6 out of the first 8. Kelsey Plum, right? First one, just ran off of it. Came back, got another one. Moonshot, knockdown. But peep the deception. Then right there, body language. That alone just tells me. Here we go. Peep that little made bucket though, right? Peep that little made bucket though, right? Matching up though, matching up off of a make, right? And so there's a difference between forcing up a bucket, right? And just trying to go and find opportunity when you push the ball up, right? And so this right here, you're just trying to find opportunity because you're just putting the defense out of position where you're just trying to see if they'll make the right decision and leave something open. And that's exactly what they did right here. Then you'll see a ton of times players go and attack and want to force up a shot and try to make something out of nothing. Peep that cut though on that weak side though. Hold on. That was literally perfect timing on that weak side cut, right? Sorry, I don't know the names in this. I'm new to WNBA basketball. I just like to watch basketball, so we watching this. I'll get familiar in time. But watch these right here. Watch her right here. Pace. No sprint up the floor, right? You know what I'm saying? At times, sometimes it's gonna be a little jog. It is what it is, right? But notice the timing at which she cuts. Boom, she goes. And realize, not only did she wait until she got behind Kelsey Plum to make this cut, she waited until her head was also turned. It might have not been intentional, but that's what happened, and that's why she was able to get to where she wanted to on this cut. So that's something you could look out for when you're making plays like this. And now she's behind the play. And when she makes that cut, she works her way up to get a better angle on the catch. And then as a result of a better angle on the catch, she is able to have a better angle on that finish as well. That's tough. Backdoor cuts. I'm telling you, a lot of gems in this video. I ain't playing. A lot of gems. Then boom right here. Sabrina, right? Hey, by the way, if y'all ain't know, once again, realize the common denominator. Kelsey Plum. Right? And so when you come off these little handoffs, these pin downs and whatnot, your goal is to try and get back in front and recover, right? So even if a shot goes up, right, on a rebound, your goal is to be able to be in front between the player that you're guarding and the rim. So even when you're just sitting here watching, you can still be working your way to get back in front in position to take away the player that you were guarding off the glass. But Kelsey Plum sat on her and it just stood there, watched it, bounced right back to Sabrina. Now she finds another angle, gets a bucket. Once again, what's the common denominator? 8 points through the game, 6 out of the first 8. Kelsey Plum. But also about handoffs though, right? Handoffs, pin downs, all this stuff, right? When this gets blown up, the counter to this now is to continue to curl. This is something that essentially is like a down screen, but just more deceptive because it's not just straight up showing you I'm gonna go get to the rim. It's a second option instead of a primary option. So think about it like this, right? Like I said, primary option, not secondary. All right, this is the first one. And so this player is still gonna stay attached and not tag. And so now you get downhill and you're able to get to where you want to go. Boom, gets through help. 2, boom, float. Tough. Peep though. You got scored on 3 times. Ball comes down. This is what I mean by forcing and not just trying to seek opportunity, right? Where you're trying to make something out of nothing. Instead of just trying to force the defense to make the wrong decision. And now that there's a gap that opens up and you go and attack. Boom, same concept. Curling, right? Curling off of pin downs, off of handoffs. If you don't get it on that as you initially come off that screen or whatever, right? You don't get it here, you continue to go. Because initially it's telling this player right here, oh, they're just going to try to come off this and curl around the line, try to get the pass, right? And so at times you're going to catch them lacking. But if this player is not lacking, if they're not sleeping, right, they'll drop back and they'll tag. But realize if you drop back and you tag on this, you're leaving Breanna Stewart, probably going to be the MVP. So this is a tough thing to do, but she didn't even realize this at all. First things first, you got to take away is the rim, these layups. So kind of going back to what I was saying, it's so deceptive when you decide to just curl off a handoff or off a screen to the rim because it's just like a back screen and just you forget to go and make this tag. Asia, right there. That's what it was. Peep this, right? Positioning on the catch, and when you're getting to these actions, right? Cross screen comes. She goes, boom, tag. Makes this catch from, what is this, like 15 feet out or so? I'm bad at estimating feet and ranges at times. I ain't gonna lie to you. But she makes that catch from that far out. But what if she gets off this screen? She tags here, right? And just stays right here. Why step out 8 more feet? What's the need? You get yourself closer to where you want to be, closer to where you're best at scoring, and it just makes you more of a threat, and it's going to force defenders to pitch in quite literally as soon as you make that catch. Then boom, Breanna Stewart right there. She's great with her angles after she sets these screens and then going to make this roll. There's another one later in this game I'm going to show you too, but this one right here I was like, okay, this is another one. But this is conscious. She understands how to properly roll and leave windows open. Hits Kelsey, right? And now she seals after she sets that screen, right? A lot of people never do this. They just set the screen and just run down the lane. She seals this because as long as she seals her off and gets her out of this passing lane, she'll be able to catch this pass in stride with no worries unless help defenders come over. But here they didn't. Now she gets that foul. Now right there, that's tough. That's tough. Because Sabrina, y'all, like I said before, she had 38 points in the three-point contest for a reason. Probably best shooter in the league, right? But you got to pick your gambles wisely. Because these shits right here will cost you. They will cost you. And mind you, the possession before that, she hit her first three of the game. Now it's his next possession down. You don't want to see her get a second three off. Like, completely. Fuck the make. You don't want to see her get it off. It's just too easy. 37? Yeah, 37. But realize this, right? You gamble here. You try to get this. She makes this counter. It might have just been better for you just to go and match up instead of trying to get the steal, because realize the numbers it's going to leave you with after this gamble. You're now behind the play instead of ahead of the play, whereas you were before. Now you get here. She's open. 2-on-1 on this side. Quick trigger. GG's. Transition defense. Quick little transition defense gem right here, though. Quick little transition defense gem. Right? It's just how you must enter your thought patterns and your thought process when guarding in transition. I want y'all to see the communication. Boom. You saw the hands. You saw they pointed, right? All right. Got the ball. But what she does is she just goes straight to the middle. She only regards for what she has to do, not for where the team is. You have to be aware of the numbers of your teammates to see where you must go match up next, right? Because if she realized that, she'll see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's one on this side, and I'm the closest on this side. Nobody's on the left of me, right? And so, since she only regarded initially for what's going on the ball and not the rest of her teammates, it leaves her right here, 22, open right there on that right side, right? First one, just ran off of it. Came back, got another one. Moonshot, knockdown. But peep the deception, right? Watch the deception on this though, right? Replay, it's even better. Gets off this first one, not even watching the ball at this point. So notice what Kelsey's gonna do. She's relaxing, she chilling, she not even focused on the ball. But this is all just for a setup for a re-hand off. Now she's behind the play, gets to a hop. You don't always need a 1-2. Gets to a shot. Her hand is there, but that deception gave her just enough space for her to be able to get that shot off. Plum got into traffic, but realize when you want to get in traffic, you have to not just have one option. You need multiple. So peep, right? Makes this catch, right? Boom, handling, gets in the paint. At this point, what could you do from right here? Spacing on this side is bad. You have one teammate that's right here, and then that's who you draw the help defender over to. So if you only have one option on this weak side with one defender, they're going to go to that one player that you only have that's an option, right? So even as a teammate, keeping yourselves available. And if you're going to get in traffic, make sure that you get here and you make a read instead of just going and trying to make a pass that you think is going to be there initially, but it's not going to be there because the defender's going to jump it. So you'll see a player like Luka even do this. He'll put himself in some of the worst spots, but still has multiple options. Like he'll even drive. If there's no lob, he'll still jump in the air and just throw it over his head. You know what I'm saying? That's how you slip and pop. That's how you slip to a pop. You do not touch. Realize what she did, right? And this action is so difficult to guard because you literally the only thing you could do here is switch. You can't try to show and get back because at that point you're cooked. She's already slipping. She's gone out of there, right? And notice she did not touch this player, Jackie Young. And so now she's already gone. Now she has to maneuver around this and get back to her. That's just tough. Once again by Breanna, right? Getting the angles on the rolls. I told y'all this already. She's conscious of this. She knows what she's doing. First screen, rescreen, right? But notice what she's about to do on this roll. Pocket. She sees the pocket. And what is she going to do as Kelsey recovers? Get into her body, cut her off, and prevent her from even being able to possibly steal that ball. She just makes sure she gets herself into the windows and lets her point guard actually put those passes in the right spot. Now peep this. A player as good as Asia, you must change how you read certain plays, right? Asia, right? One of the best players in the league. And so when you get into these actions, you cannot read at the first level. You must read backwards, meaning you must read the weak side. Fuck what's going on in front of you. You must see what's going on over here, not what's just going on right here, right? You have to read backwards. You have to read the help at this point. And so if she reads this help, slip comes over, Sabrina stays. She does not leave. And as a matter of fact, she's still coming more in, right? And so even though she got behind her, doesn't mean this is open. You got Jackie open right here. And if you realize this to start, she's having a great game thus far. That's a good knockdown. And if not, boom, swing to Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? If not, boom, swing once again to Gray. Options. And right here, this second half was just ugly because the amount of, you could just see in the effort. You can just see in the effort. I know she's probably tired. I know she's probably gassed. There are a lot of plays where she just try to get in the paint, get a foul, but she ain't getting nothing. All right, so boom, she comes over and makes this double, but realize that point, as soon as the ball left her hands, you already know where this ball is going right after this one right here. You already know this is a given, right? And so Asia, you can't just run over. You know what I'm saying? You already had a head start. As soon as you seen that ball go, it's a turn and sprint. And then you come back down, shot like this. Like I said before, forced. There got out of character this in the second half. Then right there, body language. That alone just tells me GG's. Best player, hangs head, palms to the sky. That's GG's right there.